Happy February, everybody. I hope everyone is doing wonderful this beautiful Tuesday morning in Long Beach, California. We're so lucky here in California. This weather is amazing. When people talk about property taxes, I simply say that's the paradise tax. It just means that the property taxes aren't higher. It just means that the value of the homes are a bit higher because the reality is it's a great place to live. So I hope you all are doing great. I wanted to wish everybody a happy February. February is my absolute favorite month out of the year. I love anything to do with hearts, red, pink, romance, chocolate. I'm a total romantic. So I hope you all have a wonderful Valentine's. Today, I just wanted to send everybody a bit of a note to remind everybody, since February is representative of the heart, I'm sending out this message to really encourage everybody that's in my newsletter list to really reach into their own heart, their own soul, and use their own intuition when making decisions based on real estate. The media has inundated us with a lot of fearful messages, which aren't always true. And I was at an open house last week and I met a wonderful man. He spends half the year in Bali and half the year here. And he said, I really got burned in 2008. We all got burned in 2008, right? Me included. I lost a business. I started over. These things happen. But the self-actualized person is going to recognize the difference between that was then, this is now. We're never going to see the same set of circumstances that created the crash of 2008. That being said, nobody has a crystal ball. Nobody really knows what's going to happen. All I can tell you is what has happened in real estate over the last 100 years in Southern California. The market goes in cycles. It goes up and it goes down. Over the long haul, it's going to go up simply because there is not enough land and property for the amount of people that are living here that come into the state of California. Yes, a ton of them left during COVID, but a ton also moved from other areas to California. We have one of the strongest economies in the world, the 6th largest in the entire world. We have an incredibly strong job market. Right now is an amazing time to acquire properties because you can get some really good deals. So for somebody who has a vision and is willing to make a decision quickly, I say submit those offers, because the worst that'll happen is the seller will say no go, but no harm, no foul. You might just get your offer accepted. I was working at an open house this last weekend at a condominium in Belmont Heights. Super adorable condo. Has ocean views in one of the bedrooms, the kitchen, the living room, and a wraparound patio with ocean views throughout. This condo is a fixer-upper, right? It needs some love. The people that have lived there really didn't do anything, right? They just didn't have the finances. So if you can get the condominium for the right price, this is a great opportunity to fix it up and either Airbnb it out or live in it and sell it in 2 years and make a lot of money. So the reason I'm focusing on this is that I don't have the answers for you. The media doesn't have the answers for you. You have access to unlimited intelligence. That's the intelligence within you. Especially if you're spending about 10 to 15 minutes in the morning meditating or praying or whatever you do to go within to get those messages. In the West, we don't teach our children to go within. Everything is outside. In the Autobiography of a Yogi, which is the book that Steve Jobs gave to everybody at his funeral, he talks about this, how in the West, this is not taught to our children. So I'm suggesting whatever you pray to, whatever you believe in, go there and you'll get the guidance to make these decisions. I can help, and I'm willing to tell you what I believe, because my goal as a realtor is to make sure that my clients come out ahead. And I have to honestly say that every single person I worked with over the last 2 years has come out ahead, and not just a little, but a lot. So I put my heart and soul into these transactions and into putting the pieces of the puzzle together to make sure that it's a win-win for you and for everybody involved, because that's the only way it's going to create a harmonious transaction. But I wanted to remind everybody this quote from Oprah Winfrey, which is, $1 million decisions, nothing happens until you decide. Make a decision and watch your life move forward. Oprah Winfrey. This is from the book by Rachel Rodgers called We Should All Be Millionaires. Rachel Rodgers is this business guru. She especially has a lot of great advice for women, but it applies to men as well. But women seem to have more blocks when it comes to making decisions. We have not been empowered as women to make quick decisions. So the decision-making process can be difficult if you do not know the difference between the ego mind and the intuitive mind. The ego mind will go back and forth. It will change its mind. It will say things like, maybe I should, maybe I shouldn't, and they'll bounce back and forth. It's very, very fear-based, whereas the intuitive mind will stay steady. It's almost like a sailboat that is sailing along, that is going to stay very steady, and it's subtle. So I use the analogy of a feather tapping you on the shoulder. That's what the intuitive mind will feel like. It's very subtle. So if you're doing things to block your intuitive voice, such as drowning out everything through excessive watching a ton of media, news, listening to a lot of people that are vibrating on a lower frequency, that's very fear-based. So the ego mind typically will be more of a fearful feeling. You'll get a bit of an anxiety feeling in your chest, whereas the intuitive mind is going to feel very steady, very subtle, very calm, and very peaceful. So when it comes to making these decisions with real estate, we know that over the long haul, you're going to make money. And the clients I helped over the last 2 years all made money, they came out positive right out of the gate. So what I suggest is we sit down and look at and see what makes sense for you. And then I really tap into my own intuition to see if I can't bring something of value to you that makes sense. So one of the things I recommend that everybody does is they make a list of what they see for themselves as a dream and what they want to accomplish for themselves before they transition, before they die, leave the body. What do you see for yourself? Because if you don't see it in your own mind's eye, it's going to be very hard for it to come to fruition. So the first step is to tap into that inner knowing. That could be simply that you just want to be more happy, or it could be that you want to create some passive income through some real estate investments. One of the things that I like to suggest to certain clients is that they take some equity and appreciation out of their home and they invest it in an income property in an up-and-coming area, such as the qualified opportunity zones of San Pedro. My intuition just tells me, ding, 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 this is a great idea. So then we can sit down and look at how that would work. And then the next step is make the decision, then talk to a lender, find out what you're going to get pre-approved for. If you're a single woman like me, then you may decide to take a business partner. So get pre-approved, maybe then look at maybe taking a business partner on so the two of you can put your resources together. If you want to do a fixer-upper, maybe a flip, buy something that's, undervalued and then put some renovation into it and then put it back on the market. You might want to take a partner, or you might want to do it yourself, or you may decide this house is just too large for you and it's time to sell. Or, maybe one of my clients met her soulmate and she's going to be moving out of the state. So it makes sense to sell. So, you know, just everyone's situation is different. So I'm here to send my light and love on each and every single one of you and help you decide what might make sense. But at the end of the day, what I encourage you to do is go within. So that being said, have a wonderful February. I'm sending light, love, and blessings out to everybody. And don't forget, make a decision. That's the first step. Let's all make those decisions. Do they happen overnight? No. Is it hard work to get pre-approved from a lender? Yeah. It's like putting your underwear out on the table. It's not fun, right? Like, nobody likes it, but let's do it. And then if you're in a partnership, let's be on the same page with your wife or your husband, because if you're not on the same page, there's not a lot I can do to help you, you know? So get on the same page with whoever's in your life. And it's amazing when you have one or more people that have the same or similar goal. It's amazing what you can achieve in life. It's amazing what dreams can manifest for you. So that's what I hope for all of my clients, all the people in my sphere, is that they're happy, they're healthy, they're prosperous, and that all their dreams come true. So that being said, have a wonderful February, and I hope to talk to everybody very soon. If you have any questions about interest rates or lending or any of it, we can talk turkey and get real over coffee, and I'm happy to be a resource. Okay, bye.